Bless up. It's your humble host, Big Truck. Hey, we're going to tap into this thing right quick, and we're going to highlight some things. A lot of things need to be highlighted. So, without further ado, everybody on the panel of the Tip Network got something to say. Your boy, Big Truck, got something to say. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet, and let's get to work.
Because from the outside looking in, the Black Lives Matter movement was about the police brutality, them gunning us down in the streets. So when you do that, it makes it seem as if
statistically the police shoot more white men in America than they do black males. You cannot prove me wrong. If you look at the FBI numbers, statistically they shoot more white males than anybody.
Yes.
That is so true. And statistics show. Don't be fooled by the news media. The news media wants you to believe one thing, while on the backhand, they're doing another.
Well, because the media only give it to you when they know you're going to tear up some shit. You don't even know when the last black shooting, because it wasn't nothing to tear nothing up over. There was a black guy shot here recently, but it wasn't enough to make you guys tear up nothing. The media only gives it to you when they know they're going to go into riot. So if you're waiting on the media to find out Black Lives Matter or black shootings, you don't give a fuck. No way. So who gives a fuck? I know I don't. I don't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter. It's an organization ran by three gay lesbian.
And they showed their ass. They really showed their ass. And I want to highlight that. We're going to talk about that. Because even I caught some slack behind it from some of my peers. I'm like, nah, this ain't what it is. But they telling me something totally different. Let's go.
Where these Black Lives Matter when these black women, why they won't get CPS involved? Where was Black Lives Matter for Tamir Rice?
Black Lives Matter's finances under scrutiny once again as tax documents show the nonprofit on the brink of bankruptcy.
Here's national correspondent Kayla Gaskins.
Faulting.
I feel vindicated because 2 years ago I said that this organization was a disingenuous scam. And it has proven itself to be a disingenuous scam.
Patrisse Cullors left BLM leadership in 2021 after documents revealed she spent millions on luxury homes in LA and Georgia. She took to Instagram last week, writing, quote, "For the last 2.5 years, I've been relentlessly attacked by the media. So many lies and so much mis and disinformation."
Absolutely. So I want to pivot to the reason why you're here.
I look at body language and I look at facial micros. It tells the story.
In the last few weeks, there have been stories that have become very prominent in the national media around you, and particularly around issues of spending, issues of income. Specifically, there were two stories that came out that talked about you purchasing homes. You reportedly purchased 4 homes, and we're looking even at another home. I believe in the Bahamas. There were conversations about how you spend money, and the stories also had a lot of innuendo about the source, the relationship between your money and your spending, and questions around BLM Global Movement's finances. So the first thing I want to do is talk about what's true that has been said and what has been untrue.
I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. And that's important because what the right-wing media is trying to say is the donations that people gave to Black Lives Matter went towards my spending. And that.
Where did those donations go? Where did they go? They damn sure didn't go to the victims. I don't know, George Soros. And you're there with the victims. How come Black Lives Matter didn't make sure that the victims' families were okay? Say what you want to say about Al Sharpton, but at least Al Sharpton will show up.
Categorically untrue and incredibly dangerous.
I just want to take you through Patrisse Cullors' real estate empire that she's been building in the background of the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, so she spent $3.2 million on high-end homes between 2016 and 2021 at the peak of the movement. In 2016, she bought a home in Inglewood, California for $510,000. In 2018, she purchased a $590,000 home in South Los Angeles. In January, she purchased a $415,000 custom ranch in Conyers, Georgia, which features a private airplane hangar. That sounds nice. In 2021, she purchased a $1.4 million home in exclusive Los Angeles neighborhood of Topanga Canyon. That's the one that I was at. In 2022, they spent nearly $6 million. This is the organization directly in their donations to purchase a 6,500 square foot California mansion.
What are you doing with these homes? What's going on? Why are so many homes purchased? What are you trying to do? Flip them? What are you trying to do? Use them as Airbnb and make money off of them? I mean, what is it that you are trying to do as to the reason why you're purchasing all of these homes? So what everybody was feeling in their gut, was feeling in their spirit, they were actually right. And when those shared their story, shared their information, they were shamed. Okay.
And they made the purchase through an intermediary named Dwayne Pascal, who is the financial manager for an LLC owned by Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors and her wife.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
Where were they for Tamir Rice?
Nah, for real. For real.
Shit. Where were they at for the sister in Chicago, the mother in Chicago that got jumped by all them kids? Where were Black Lives Matter at then? Where were Black Lives Matter at where the sister got jumped by her friends when they was on vacation? In what, Cabo, Mexico, I believe? Where were Black Lives Matter at then? Some of our brothers and sisters that have passed away, where were Black Lives Matter at then? How come Black Lives Matter didn't pay for anything? They paid for nothing. How come they didn't come sit down with the families and talk to them? How come they didn't give a donation here? Here's something to help get you through. They did nothing. They never showed up. But you got these people talking about Black Lives Matter, they know who to pander to. Their representatives is the Rainbow Posse. Let's be clear about it. Like I said before, you can say what you want about Al Sharpton, but at least Al Sharpton shows up and he speaks out.
So, man, Black Lives Matter give most of their money to gay organizations. Black Lives Matter does not fight injustices for police, for black people policing. They only show up for police shooting. They take the funding, the donations, and they tear their ass. So.
An executive with Black Lives Matter is accused of siphoning more than $10 million from donors. The claim was made in a court filing by the grassroots arm of the organization. Shalomaya Bowers is named in the suit along with their consulting firm. Bowers has denied the claims, calling the accusations harmful, divisive, and false.
You see, your polite savages, there's two possibilities. Either there's some coordinated effort to absolutely bury this organization, or this organization was absolutely crooked. And I'm just going to go with Occam's razor. The most available, easiest answer is usually the answer because a conspiracy takes too much coordination, and it's usually just a cop-out.
I remember I told y'all that Black Lives Matter stuff was a bunch of BS, and boy, did y'all tear me a new behind. I tell you, boy, y'all ripped into me. I ain't on no Diddy. But bro, now I done got it.
Yeah. One of my homegirls tried to rip me a new one. But again, truth is truth. I don't sit up there and believe the hype. I don't sit up there and follow new trends and new posses and new groups. I mean, dude, for crying out loud, they had George Soros funding them. What more proof do you need about scamming, pandering? See, when it comes to pandering and it comes to getting the attention thereof, a large number of women, mainly black women, get suckered in to the fuckery. All a person has to do is say something and put it out there into the universe. Put it out there. They gravitate to it, especially when it comes to a black man. Oh, they eat that shit. They eat their shit like jerk chicken and rice and peas, like oxtails. They eat that shit up. Quick to shame black man. Quick to throw flame on black man. Quick to tell a black man he ain't shit. You see? But these women know who to pander. These women that be doing the fuckery know who to get the attention of. And before you know it, the truth comes. Very few of those women that got sucked in will come back and apologize to black men and will admit that they fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Admit that they fell for the setup. Admit they fell for it. And before they did their research, it was already taken to a whole nother level where it didn't need to go, of disrespect. And this is what we're seeing. And we're seeing more of it.
For fraud, bro. For scamming y'all.
Least. But yeah, there is a part of me that is shocked, particularly as a Black American. We were all, excited for the Black Lives Matter movement, and we all remember the summer of BLM. We remember what happened, and we remembered how passionate, to put it kindly, everyone was.
It is investigating the Black Lives Matter organization over fraud allegations, saying it misused tens of millions of dollars in donations.
And we were almost held at the end of, we were almost held at gunpoint to make sure that this movement was successful, and this movement represented all the forward movement of Black people.
Black Lives Matter was such a huge...
Again, it didn't represent Black people. It represented the Rainbow Posse. Because on the backhand, look at where its funding was coming from. George Soros, the Rainbow Posse. Look at the 3 women that were on the board of Black Lives Matter. What more proof do you fucking need?
Huge scam. And no, I did not stutter. Yes, I said it. BLM, Black Lives Matter, was a huge scam. And it's actually crazy to me how many Black people don't understand this, because they still have the BLM tag in their bios and they still keep preaching Black Lives Matter when the whole organization itself was a whole fraud. They took the money of hardworking Americans, not only Black people, white people too, Asian people too, Hispanic people too. They took the money of hardworking Americans, and what did they do with it? They used it to benefit themselves.
And considering where it's ended up, this should be a huge story. Isn't the humiliation and the extortion?
Question: to all those races that donated to Black Lives Matter, how do you feel? How do you feel now knowing that your hard-earned money, that you are trying to do the right thing, trying to do what is right, trying to save humanity, trying to fight for justice and so forth, and you come across an organization that you believed that was in good faith, that operated in good faith, now is a fraud? How do you feel now? In addition, knowing that those that sit on the board, that sat on the board of Black Lives Matter, were buying homes. For the life of me, what is the reason for buying these homes? Are you renting them out? Are you using them as Airbnb? What? Something's up. And now it's all coming out in the open. I never supported Black Lives Matter. I always thought they were full of shit, especially when I found out that George Soros was one of their main donators. Then to find out the Rainbow Posse was putting money in their pocket, because them 3 women are part of the Rainbow Posse. So it makes sense. It would only make sense. You see? But yet, okay.
Of Black Americans, a big story, particularly to the left-wing media.
They don't say shit when they getting 10 years more than what he's supposed to get in the courthouse. And they didn't say nothing when Tamir Rice got killed. They didn't say nothing when baby Tamir Rice got killed. And I ain't with nothing 3 gay
I ain't followed to listen to you do nothing.
You know you're gonna be in trouble if people say you gay bashing.
I ain't gay bash. I said 3 gay. I ain't said nothing about gay people. I ain't say 2 gay I might listen to. I said 3 I ain't listening to.
Polite savages.
See, let me say this. When folks say certain things, they're talking about those individuals. They're not talking about the whole organization. You got to know how to separate. Folk are quick to put everybody in a box. Oh, you talking about one person, you talking about these 3 women, so you talking about all gay people. No, he was not. He said those 3 women, not all. People want to listen to what they want to listen to. It just goes to show how a large number of individuals don't fucking listen.
Never knew that was his power. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Ladies and gentlemen of Polite Savages, we have 3 levels. Yes, 3 levels of hustlers in the community. Level number 1 is the good old-fashioned prosperity preacher. You know, the person to tell you to pass them donations, pass that plate around. Oh, we need to build up the church. We need the poor people's fund. We got this fund and that fund, but all along it ain't no fund because that fund is going straight to his pocket.
If I want to believe God for a $65 million plane, you cannot stop me. You cannot stop me from dreaming.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
If you think a $65 million...
Oh, swallowed. And a $365 plane. Let's see if Elohim gonna give you that without people donating to you.
$1 million plane was too much. If they discover that there's life on Mars, they gonna need to hear the gospel, and I'm gonna have to believe God for $1 billion space shuttle because we got to preach the gospel on Mars.
And of course, number 2, we have the ever so popular pander bear, pandering after pandering after pandering, calling Dr. Umar, you know, the type to tell you that everything you want to hear is everything that you ever wanted to hear. Whisper sweet nothings in your ear as long as you hit me with those donations, my dear. A special shout out to Derek Jackson, even though he's been defunct, debunked, and dejunked. This man is still pulling it in. Hey, I can't knock the hustle because if you could spit that ism that way to these stupid broads, well, go on and do your thing, man. Get that money. And of course, we got the ultimate temptation, simple ton, yada or yaya or whatever the name he is, 5 million, 5,000, whatever. This cat awakenings, he is absolutely telling women that you get 50 G.
So let's run a scenario, right?
Let's get it.
Let's say I'm at a bar.
Okay.
A man approaches me and he's like, you know, I'd like to take you out to dinner. What am I? I'm just like, okay, that's 50,000.
Of course.
Just like that. See, I don't know if this is gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Listen.
And that's the fucked up part. That right there. Wrong advice. Now, let's take that same advice, take that same scenario. Man approaches a woman in a bar. They get to talking. He says, hey, I'd like to take you out to dinner. Let's exchange phone numbers. A woman in her right mind would say, okay, sure. Simple as that. It has nothing to do with no money. It has nothing to do with all of these expectations. It's either yes or no. You feel me? Something that is so simple has been made into a transaction or difficult. All these cats, you know, these lollipop simps, they get what the hell they deserve. A woman deserves to play them. Because I guarantee you, a real man wouldn't behave this way. A real man would not respond this way.
Listen. In America, women been programmed a certain way. In these other countries, it's the norm.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Man, but the greatest of them all, the greatest scam artist, the greatest scam is the good old-fashioned political theater. You see, this could come in all types of different ways, and they can tell you exactly what you want to hear politics-wise, and what they're going to do is raise a whole lot of money, flip that non-profit into their profit. And today we're going to dive deep into the alleged fraud of Black Lives Matter. because apparently green was the only thing that mattered. You dig?
So Black Lives Matter released their 990 IRS filing. They collected $80 million. Where is that money?
I actually did not know what 990s were before all of this happened. Something's being weaponized against us that many people don't.
Bullshit. You knew what the fuck you was doing. You had George Soros backing you. You knew what the fuck you was doing. In my opinion and highlight, y'all don't like the fact that y'all asses getting found out, y'all getting busted, y'all getting called out. Y'all getting exposed for the people you are. That is what's happening. That is what's going on. And that is what you have a problem with dealing with. Because y'all dead wrong.
Don't even know and honestly don't care about the term 990s. I'm like, it's like triggering.
Accused of misusing grant money and donations. Monica Cannon Grant is a well-known activist for racial justice. She's accused of using donations for personal expenses, including groceries, car rentals, even nail salon visits.
Are you guys not tired? Are you guys not tired? Are you guys not fed up, liberals? Because I don't understand. You guys claim to be so educated, but you keep getting played all over town.
And true that. I'm glad she said that. A large number of women, mainly black women, get hustled and played. Especially when it comes to dating advice. When it comes to dating advice. Y'all eat them shits like ribs and cake. Quick to shame a black man. Quick to throw flame on him. Quick to tell him who he ain't and what he is not. But then once the smoke settles and the light starts to shine and individuals begin to get exposed, now y'all sitting there looking like a damn duck, looking stupid. And half of y'all have it in you, have a decency of respect in you to at least admit when you were wrong and apologize to black men for the things that you said, because you've ridden you've ridden a coattail, you've ridden that ride, you sat down and you took advice from the itty bitty bitter women's crew, and now Black Lives Matter. Y'all ate that. Y'all took that same pill. Y'all sat at the table with three women that have nothing to do with Black Lives Matter, that don't care about black people, but only care about the rainbow people, only care about their pockets. And I will highlight it again. Say what you want to say about Al Sharpton, but at least Al Sharpton shows up and he speaks out.
As always, we're only here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it.